But did I tell you about the bonding when Nick Jonas threw a pineapple in my face?
It's a weird fucking sentence, but go ahead, Nikki.
I was in Vietnam. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Mood. We got an outstanding cast for you today, an outstanding lineup of people, if I do say so myself. We have our special guest in the house, Jess Lazama. She is here. She is ready to share her worldviews, her life, her opinions, and her energy. Oh my goodness. I told you she was special. And we also have Gina Darling in the house.
Hi.
You might have seen her on G4 TV.
Hello.
You might have seen her on Attack of the Show, Invite to Party, being a freaking nerd, playing Dungeons and Dragons. Ow. That's where we're living. And me. I'm not playing poker right now, so I'm here. Come out of my hole. Today, we are talking about a topic that I found very interesting, seeing as it was sent from one of our other group members who is younger than I and Jess. Maybe
I'm offended.
Too. I don't know how old you are. I don't know.
32.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I think she's younger. She's one of our other ones. She is a mother of two, and she is the wife of our producer. But she sent us this article to go over and react to, and it is things that old people, should tell young people.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, I can't wait to learn from these old folks.
Yeah, I'm ready to share my old ass wisdom with you.
When do the old people step in and talk about it? I'm ready to learn. These are supposedly quote unquote taboo things that maybe that's why they're not talked about so much. And I thought that was interesting because there's so much that I wish I would have known. You could listen to podcasts like Shit They Don't Tell You for other things that maybe
True.
they should have told you that they didn't tell you. It's a podcast that I've heard of.
Holler.
Sounds cool.
I haven't read through this list yet because I did want to get our honest reactions to them and see if you've experienced any of these. If we could shed light on any of these subjects for the youths out there.
I feel like I'm going to be the old one here.
But you don't look it.
No. He's younger than all of us in here. It's wild.
Thanks, guys. I lived a lot of life, though.
Aesthetically, you're the youngest here.
Yeah.
I've lived like 9 lives in this lifetime.
That's amazing.
As you do.
I feel like you have so much to contribute life experience-wise to the world without looking like it.
Thank you.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's always the goal.
Truly.
It's an illusion.
So we'll get started here and see if we have any wisdom to impart. 1, in a workplace, don't be afraid to talk with coworkers about pay. Companies make it taboo because it increases the chances of having to give raises.
Yeah. And you can't get fired for that.
Absolutely not.
You can't get fired, and it's not illegal to talk about pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's hard because I've never really worked a 9-to-5 job, but in the influencer world, because it was such a new thing, I feel like people were getting severely underpaid.
Totally.
And you don't know about it until you talk to someone else about what their rate is. And it is so taboo. I don't know why it is. Why is that?
Yeah, because it all comes down to like, what's it worth, right?
Yeah.
And I think that should be an open thing because at the time when it just begun, we never knew. It was uncharted.
No.
So we were like, we don't know.
We're getting paid for this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
1,000?
You're going to pay me money, actual US dollars?
To take a photo?
To take a photo? That's crazy. And then you don't recognize the value that actually they usually spend hundreds of thousands on their marketing, and like you have access to eyeballs that they would have had to pay for a lot more for. And then you start talking, you're like, oh shit, it does make sense actually. But I think that people don't share because maybe they're like either prideful or they're like, they don't want you to know how much money they make, or maybe they don't want you to take their job or something. But I think it would be the opposite. Like it should be the opposite, because you don't want someone to take such a low pay for doing the same job as you. You'll be priced out of your job.
And it also like reduces the value as a whole in the industry.
It undermines the value of the entire scope of work that all of you do.
I really appreciate it that Tim, he's so open about everything that he gets paid for. Because so like if he had a brand deal with this brand and they reach out to me, I'll just hit up Tim and be like, yo, how much do they pay you?
Yeah.
And he'll tell me straight up. I'm like, thanks, man. So I really appreciate people like that.
He'll give you the real honest truth, because
Yeah.
we share the same tax team. And before I decided to work with them, because my dad was an accountant, so I was like switching over from family to like to their team. They're like, we represent, and they gave me a whole list of YouTubers that I know, and one of them was Tim. And Tim was having his aunt do his taxes before, who was a CPA, and he switched over. I was like, okay, it's a similar situation. Why did he decide to switch? So I hit him up and I was like, hey, is it worth it? Do you like it? Are you happy?
He's like,
and
totally.
I knew he would give me a right answer, like an honest answer. And he's like, seriously? Yeah. I put them to the test. I had them talk to my CPA, who was actually my aunt, who was my CPA, but like they didn't know we were related. And she like vetted them. And
that's great.
And she was like, yeah, they're legit. Like, it's worth it.
I'll need their number later. Send it over.
Yeah, I definitely will. This is an advertisement for them. But yeah, it's really helpful to have people willing to talk to you in your inner circle of colleagues, because how would you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't know what's the parameters.
Yeah.
You're not given that. You just think that what you're getting is a sweet deal. And then you don't have negotiation tactics. Like, and you always want to negotiate.
You want some sort of leverage or something that you can bring to the table to know, like, at least a ballpark of what you should be getting paid.
Right.
I think the only thing that would be like concerning, it's like if I go to you, Nikki, and I'm like, oh, how much are you getting paid while we're working here at Macy's or something? And you're like, oh, I'm getting paid this. And then I go to the boss and be like, well, Nikki told me that you were paying her this. Like, will that get Nikki in trouble?
I don't think so.
You know?
Because why wouldn't I be able to share that
Yeah.
with, like, that's like my own personal information to share.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
like, it's like if you asked me, like, you know, what do you have any cancerous moles? And I'm like, yeah, actually I do. You
Yeah.
know, like, why would
For
that
me,
get
it's
in
like, I
trouble?
wouldn't want the boss to start treating you terribly.
Right.
You know?
That could happen.
Yeah.
Because that's not, they can't fire me.
Exactly.
But they could treat
Be mean to you.
your coworker
Yeah,
different. And
exactly.
that's why if you do ask, I don't think you should rat anybody out. I think you just say, hey, I heard from others that this seems to be the going rate for my
Right.
position.
Yeah, don't throw them under the bus and
Right.
say schmicky schmemo.
Yeah.
Told me.
Yeah.
Or just ask for a raise knowing that like everyone else is compensated higher than you, and like they probably will give you a raise if you're doing a good job. And if not, ask them why you aren't eligible for a raise and what you can do to get a raise.
You definitely don't know until you ask.
Yeah.
Asking questions is so important.
And I think that's the other thing is like people don't know that they can ask.
yeah.
That they're not going to get fired for asking.
Right.
You should never feel like your job is on the line for asking questions.
Yes.
It also comes
Yes.
with negotiating things. So you never
Yes.
take the first offer.
Yeah. Or whatever your rate is, it's like, you know, it's going to be a negotiation. So you start higher, they're going to start lower, and then you guys meet in the middle
And then you
somewhere.
meet where you wanted it to be anyway.
Yep.
With anything too, like with buying a car, don't fucking go for the first price they tell you. You can always negotiate that.
I made them sit there till midnight once.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best. And they're like, we just want to go home, girl.
I know you do. I ain't got shit to do.
You know what I loved about buying a car is that I did all the research. I love fucking researching everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this price for it. And I brought my dad with me because I just don't, you know, as a woman, I didn't want to go by myself. And Steve wasn't there because I was in Santa Barbara. And he goes with me, and I'm negotiating everything, but they keep talking to him, and they keep trying to like talk him like, hey, this is all we can do. Is that okay? And he's like, don't talk to me. It's her. And I'm being the hard ass, and they're like, oh fuck. Yeah.
Not her. We don't want to deal with her.
Okay, let me go talk to my manager again. I'm like, Kelly Blue Book says that I deserve blah, blah, blah for my trade-in vehicle. But it's good to know. You should have that sort of that confidence. It's
Exactly.
like, it's all about the confidence you have in the leverage that you're bringing.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 2, don't be afraid to switch jobs for more pay. You will never get a better raise than by going to a new company.
Oh, yeah.
And gaining experience and like also knowing what else is in the industry and also knowing what you like. Like, how do you know? I wouldn't stay to the same job for that much for very long as a young person.
Huh.
Like
yeah.
3 years tops.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like I only worked as a waitress until I was like a YouTuber. So both of them are not like raise corporate jobs where
Right.
you're like asking for things. But I mean, I do know that as a host or an actor, as an actor, like I had a certain day rate when I started, and over time that started to go up as you build your portfolio, you prove that you can do the job and that you can do it well, that you're competent, that you understand how a production works. That's experience you can't buy. You can't train for it in schools. So that's more valuable to them than someone who is new and knows what to do, but has never done it before.
Right.
You know? And so your day rate goes up, and it gets to a point where like, yeah, you won't settle for less. And I'm not afraid to turn down jobs that aren't
Because what
going to
you bring
meet
to the
that
table is
rate.
valuable.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I know what my time's worth. And you start to, again, build more confidence in that. And understanding why it's valuable has been the biggest key. Like with the marketing thing, understanding why companies want to pay you to post a picture is the value is like how you leverage yourself, because you are not lying and you're not like doing any manipulation tactic to get more money, which sometimes people feel like they're doing if they're negotiating. But no, you're actually just knowing what you're worth and sticking to it.
I think is super valuable.
That's something, I don't know if I could just tell a young me that, and young me would absorb it. I
Right.
think like you have to go through it.
Yeah.
You have to have the experience, and also I think confidence really is about trust, and that comes from trusting ourselves. So the more that you can have conversations that make you feel uncomfortable, the more you'll feel comfortable in them, and that's what builds confidence. So the next time you have a conversation about something you don't know the answer to, you're like, but I did this before, and I'm okay, and I can stand up for myself. And a lot of people are afraid to stand up for themselves because they feel like they're going to get in trouble.
I do feel like I have to address the opposite side of this, which is entitlement. I have seen a lot of young people fresh out of college that should be like you going into an entry-level job, or you're interning, or you're building that experience that is going to ultimately bring you the leverage to negotiate in the future. But they feel like entitled to get the bigger pay right away.
Yeah.
Like
No
they
experience.
deserve it. No experience, but I am valuable. I know my worth and I earned it. And it's like, you didn't earn it yet.
But
though.
you didn't.
Yeah, like the experience really is like the whole meat and potatoes of this game. Like I would rather work for free as an intern for a year, get that experience, and then use that to negotiate a much higher pay at the next job than try to demand higher pay when you really haven't earned that yet and you don't know what you're doing. You know, when you demand that high of pay, you're saying, I'm not going to fuck up as much as that other person. And if you haven't done that job before, you're going to fuck up.
Yeah.
And it's going to show and it's going to look bad. And when you need referrals down the line, it's not going to be good.
It's not going to happen.
And it holds certain people back too when they're so entitled. They're like, no, I don't want that job. I'm too good for that. And they just remain
Yes.
Where they are complacent.
jobless.
Yeah.
It's like, because that's not good enough for me. I'm like, dude, you're broke.
Yeah.
You need to work. And they just think they're too good for a job.
Oh, I know actors like this. So I worked with this actor. Well, I worked with him at a restaurant. Not I worked with him on set. So he had been there for 10 years and he would tell everyone like how he's such a veteran at this restaurant. And he was 30 years old and he was a SAG actor, and he would tell everyone how he's in SAG and he's like, he's part of the union and all this stuff. He's an actor and he's an actor and he's an actor. And I was like, so what have you worked on lately? And he's like, well, I haven't worked on anything like, I don't know, like 8 years. And I'm like, so how do you like still feel like an actor, you know? Like, do you go to class? Do you like train? He's like, no, I did training a long time ago. I was like, okay, so do you do student films? Like, what do you do? And he's like, no, they don't pay. Like, I'm a union actor. Like, I need to be paid a union wage. And I'm like, okay, so does your agent send you out? And like, he's like, no, I need more of a demo reel first. So it's like, okay, so you won't work for free to build a portfolio to then market yourself because you're too good for it, but you're a veteran at this restaurant. And it's like, I don't know how people get locked into this entitled thinking.
Yeah.
And so I just want to protect you against that too, because you may be on the path where you hear a lot of like, stand up for your self-worth. And so you're going in there guns blazing, but also have the leverage first, like build the leverage and portfolio first to have that confidence and to know that that's where your value is.
The experience versus the entitlement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have the experience.
Exactly.
The entitlements are funny. I always see stories on TikTok about people who are like, this influencer came into our restaurant and tried to get a free meal.
Oh my God.
And then I find out who the influencer is. And it's like 5,000 followers, huh?
Oh God.
That's
That's
interesting.
so embarrassing. I don't even feel comfortable now when
Same.
I've
people
never done that in a
No,
restaurant.
no,
Just like,
no,
hey,
no,
can I get this for
no.
free? That's
Hey, like, do you like
weird.
know who I am?
Yeah,
Like, even,
right?
They're like, no.
One time we were in line at a Las Vegas buffet, and the hostess recognized us from JK News, and she cut us in front of the entire line. And even that felt like,
Aw.
oh, I feel like I'm not special. Like, why are you doing this? I shouldn't have this. Oh, that's very nice, but thank you.
See, but you're the person who deserves it because you're actually grounded and you think logically and you have the experience.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
also I think the influencer space is so still unreal to me because it wasn't around like when we started. So to think that like, oh, I've seen this before and these people get these things, like that wasn't
A thing.
We all kind of came up together and we're used to
Figured
like
it out.
begging for work and stuff. So yeah, it's really an odd environment now in this
That's
space.
a great thing, though.
Yeah.
That happens and you can still be humbled, you know?
That perspective, I guess. Yeah.
If you're sleeping on a terrible mattress, your sleep will be terrible. It's that simple. That's why I recommend sleeping on a purple mattress.
That's because only Purple mattresses have a gel flex grid. It's a super stretchy, ultra squishy material that adapts and flexes around pressure points and doesn't retain heat. I sleep really, really hot and usually wake up sweating, but not really anymore with Purple. The gel flex grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips no matter how you sleep. Personally, I'm a side sleeper. Unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, the Gel Flex Grid Purple mattresses bounce back as you move and shift. You'll never have that I'm stuck feeling that people get from memory foam. Try your Purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns. Financing is available too. I also happen to get the Purple pillow, and that's the one that I sleep on every night. As a side sleeper, I have a really hard time finding any pillow that hugs my head and holds it at a right angle. Some is like too high, some are too low, and the Purple one actually fits really well. And I threw away all my other pillows and I sleep with one pillow now. Getting a great night's sleep starts with having a great mattress. Get a Purple mattress. Go to purple.com/bigmood10 and use code BIGMOOD10. For a limited time, you can get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/bigmood10. Code BIGMOOD10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/bigmood10. Promo code BIGMOOD10. Terms apply.
When it comes to looking good, Stitch Fix has you covered. Say goodbye to endless browsing and say hello to fresh picks curated for your taste and size. Whether you need a date night dress or cozy loungewear, Stitch Fix can help refresh your look. All you do is you go online, you go to their website, and you start a profile, and then you take a little quiz, and the quiz is so fun because it's not words, it's pictures, and you just click the picture that you like better. It'll be like, do you like this dress or this dress? And then it's really easy, and then it curates your personal style from the choices that you selected, and then it makes like a whole box for you, so you don't even have to pick out what kind of things you want to wear. It already knows for you, because guess what, it's smart. It figured you out by your choices, because it's like got an AI in there that's just, it's like a little stylist AI that knows everything. So there's no subscription required. You just keep what you like and you return the rest. It's the easy way to get items that are just right for you from brands you know and trust, like Madewell and Sanctuary. Oh my God, I love Madewell so much. It's time to get the looks that are so you. Get started today by filling out your freestyle quiz at stitchfix.com/bigmood and take advantage of free shipping and returns. That's stitchfix.com/bigmood to try Stitch Fix. stitchfix.com/bigmood.
Hold on, Nikki. Can you hand me the remote control for the heater? It's getting cold again.
Oh yeah.
Just turn it back on.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Where did Kitty go?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kitty's outside. I see him with his little paws.
Get used to that accent too. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota, Wisconsin.
I'm probably gonna adopt it.
Wisconsin. I know.
I'm gonna
Next
be
time I
like,
see you, you're
oh,
like,
Nikki.
your turtleneck is higher. You have mittens.
Yeah. And I have like split down the center of my hair. And
You want
like,
some cheese?
My glasses.
She walks. Hey,
You drink milk?
Hey, some cheese. Wisconsin cheese.
She walks by.
Wisconsin.
She's like, "Oop, just gonna get right by you here.
Oh, excuse me, just gonna squish in here, right here.
Just gonna squeeze by you."
Just gonna
Are
squeeze
you
by
good?
you.
Are you cozy?
Are you
nice and cozy?
Would you like a blanket?
Okay, next. Sorry, excuse us. We're talking. So why'd you interrupt us? 3, don't stay in a relationship, sexual or platonic, with someone if they treat you badly. Life's too short. You don't have to be a dick about it, but excuse yourself and get away from them.
Yes.
Amen, sister.
I think we just talked about this with Stacy, the boundaries.
Boundaries.
I hate that it
is
took me
everything.
so
Boundaries.
long to learn this, right? I hate that it takes people so long to learn. It's not their fault, really, because you weren't raised with, you know, proper, like there's from families or people from divorced families or whatever, and they don't know the proper healthy relationship. And it takes so long to learn. Like I'm still learning, you know?
It also comes down to that thing where it's like value, right? How do we value ourselves?
Yeah.
And we've all been in really shitty relationships,
Yeah.
right? And to get rid of toxic people, friendships and or relationships is really hard to do because you kind of have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of be uncomfortable and be like okay with being alone.
Steve was the first one that pointed this out to me, that like I'll just overextend myself for anybody, like not even like just friends. It's like, oh no, this random person that needed my help on the street corner, we're gonna go help him move right now.
Yeah.
He's like, why are we doing that? Who is this
Do we know
person?
them?
Do we? I'm like, no, but they were really nice and they needed it. And he's like, yeah, we're
We're not doing that.
No, like, yeah, no, it's very nice of you. You're helpful, and I know that you'll feel guilty if you don't help, but it's really not your job.
We don't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I still like have to learn. I think like the universe really taught me a lesson. This past December, I was supposed to fly to Portland, and I checked in my bag, went through the gate, and there's this guy just sitting on the side, just sobbing his eyes out, like his stuff scattered on the floor, his phone was shattered, and I was like, hey, are you okay? He goes, I just want to go home, man. I was like, oh my God. Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, what do you need help with? He's like, my phone's dead and I just don't know where to go. And I thought he was just kind of like not all there.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I brought him over to a plug here. Like, here's my phone charger. Where's your gate? He's like, over there. And then so I went over there. I'm like, and I explained. They're like, okay, well, we need him to come over with his ID to get his ticket printed out. So I brought him over, like, hey, give him your ID. He's like, I lost my ID. I was like, okay. He's like, can I just show you guys my credit cards and stuff? And my name's on there. And he's still sobbing. And then she's like, here, print an ID or printed a ticket. And I was like, where'd you leave your ID last? He goes, I was over there at the bar. And then we went over to the bar and they're like, sorry, we don't have it. Okay. And then I was like, okay, where's your ticket? And he ripped it in half.
What?
I was like, what the hell? He's like, what do I do? I was like, okay. So I asked the bartender for a pen. I literally wrote this guy's flight info on his hand for him.
Oh my God.
So he doesn't lose
Why
himself.
did he rip it
Why
in
did he
half?
rip it?
I don't know. And then I just sent him on his way. And then the people at the bar were like, sweetheart, you know he was drunk, right?
that's what I was gonna say. Was he wasted?
And I was like, what? And then they were like, yeah, he was here 20 minutes ago, threw up on the bar, lost his ID. And that's why he's just like so all over the place. I thought he just needed help.
Yeah, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, he was wasted. And then I didn't realize this, but while helping him, I missed my flight.
Oh, fuck.
That's no.
Oh, my God.
And this was during the holidays.
Oh, my God.
So I sat there from like noon till 10 p.m.
Oh my God.
waiting
Because
for
you
a
helped the
flight.
drunk guy.
Because I helped a guy that was just drunk. And then, oh, dude, like this was a whole fucking situation. Okay, so they told me, so I was on standby like 3 times and they told me there's no more flights going out because it was holidays and it was during that winter time where like they were snowing and COVID got the Omicron thing, so everything was getting canceled. And then so they're like, there's no more flights. I'm like, okay, cool. And then so I leave the airport. I walk out of the airport and I hear this
recent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's like, hey, this was last month.
This was literally December.
Okay.
Like a week after Christmas. And then so I leave the airport, I walk out and I hear this woman this old woman screaming in Vietnamese. So I look over and then the 2 employees that was with her and her husband, like there's an elderly couple, and the 2 employees look over, they're like, do you understand Vietnamese? I'm like, yes, I do. And they're like, can you please come help? And then so this woman's crying. And her and her husband were like 1,000. They were so cute. And they had like 4 giant boxes with them in their luggage. And I was like, what's going on? And then she realizes, oh my God, someone speaks Vietnamese. And she starts sobbing. She's like, this is our first time in America. We went through a travel agency and the travel agency kind of screwed us. They told us that all we needed for our phones was no SIM card. You can just use Wi-Fi to call everyone. But we've been trying to call, but there's no fucking Wi-Fi anywhere. So we can't call anyone. And then like we can't talk to anyone. And they were just like,
that's so sad.
Yeah, it's so
Wailing.
sad. And then
America's the worst for foreigners.
the
Yeah.
worst.
They're so not like welcoming, like not inviting.
Warm.
Like there's no other languages on the signs.
Yeah.
No.
Like when you go to Europe, it's like everything, there's English
Exactly.
listed. And so you can navigate.
America's
So-
like, learn English.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So she's like, can you please help us? I'm like, well, I ain't got shit to do now. Like, yeah, I'll help you. So first of all, they were in the wrong terminal. They were in domestics.
So you're just helping everyone at the
I'm
airport.
just trying to what's
Missing
that
your
movie?
flight.
You're the Santa's helper of the
What's
airport.
a movie Tom Hanks that live at the airport?
What?
There's
Terminal.
Terminal.
Yeah. I
I've
fucking
never heard
lived-
that.
Yeah, there's
You
a-
were in the terminal.
Yeah, I lived at the airport at this point because it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I've been there since noon. And then so next thing you know, I'm like, okay, I'm getting on the shuttle with them to go to the international terminal. And
She's like,
then,
here, I'll take you.
Yeah, I'll take you. And then like she's like, here's our paperwork. So I'm going through their paperwork with like their COVID papers and their passport, and I have to explain to them what's going on. And then we get to the terminal, and then I had to call, like, she needed a wheelchair, so I had one of the employees, like, you know, bring a wheelchair, and then I had to rent the fucking
You're their
pushy carts.
angel.
Like, it was cool, like, they were cute, you know, I
Yeah.
got to know them, and I had to rent the pushy carts for their luggage, because there's, like, giant boxes, but then, like, the old man, he's, like, so, like, scattered all over the place. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go over here and smoke. I'm like, no, you have to come over here. Like, he's
There's
like,
no
well,
time for that.
He's like, I'm gonna get up and get out of the shuttle so I can go smoke. I'm like, no, you have to sit down because liability issues. You need a wheelchair. And then while we were pushing, like, we had an employee to push us to the ticket counter, and I was pushing the other one. And then he's like, oh, there's another Vietnamese family. Stick with them. I'm like, no, stay here. And this was testing my Vietnamese too. And then so I had to go to the counter and like show them their COVID papers and explain to them that you only have one ticket right now, and then you'll get the other one at the layover because they don't have this airline here. So you have to wait over there.
Oh my
so when you go over
God.
there, you have to wait until they push you out of the fucking airplane and shit. And it was really cute. They tried to offer me money. I'm like, no, it's okay. And she started crying. And then she's like, will you stay with us until security? I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm like walking, and then right to security, it was really cute. It's like sending off your grandparents. They're like the cutest thing. Now it's like 8:30.
You're
right?
like missing your second flight.
No, because there was no more flights. So now it's 8:30. I leave the international terminal. All of a sudden, my phone goes off and it says, you are now on standby for a 9:15 flight. And I was like, what the fuck? So I have to go back to domestics. And the
To be on standby.
Yeah, but the ticket they showed me didn't have a QR code for a ticket. It just says standby, so I can't go through security with that. So I had to go to the ticket counter, but the ticket counter's holiday slammed. So I just pushed my way to the front. I was like, hey, I have an emergency. She's like, sorry, you have to go 2 doors down. I'm like, 2 desks down. I'm like, please, for the love of God. She's like, okay, I can do it. So she goes 2 things down, 2 computers down to print out a ticket. And I go through security. And then the standby list had 3 extra seats left. It was for 3 people. I was number 4.
No. No. Gina.
Did you ever get home? Are you here?
What did you do in the past life?
Oh no! And then so I usually Uber home, but I didn't want to wait for an Uber, so I called up my roommates. I'm like, can you guys please just pick me up? I don't want to wait.
You're the drunk guy at the end.
No,
I just want to go home.
I just want to go home, man.
I just want to go home.
But this circles me back to don't extend yourself so far and stretch so far for people who don't deserve it, like the drunk guy.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
universe was also teaching me, okay, so the universe was teaching me, don't do shit for people who are just who need help themselves, and they won't help themselves. They're fuck ups because you're gonna miss your flight.
Yeah.
At your own expense. But also don't forget to help the people that really need
That
it.
need it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a great
There's
lesson
like
in 1
2
day.
helps.
Yeah.
And like one help is worth way more than the other help.
Exactly. So then my stuff was in Portland for the last fucking month, and I went last week to pick up my stuff from my friend because he went to go get my luggage and was been sitting in his house for like a month. So I got my stuff.
You
back.
never made it there?
No. So that night I never made it.
Oh.
But I finally went last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's
Well,
exhausting. I'm
That is, I
exhausted.
know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sweating just thinking about all the walking.
And not only that, like not only did that Portland thing happen, I had literally was just in the airport the day before because I flew home.
You do live at the airport.
I know because I flew home.
You
from
are in
Missouri,
terminal.
right?
You are Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I am Tom Hanks. So, because I flew home from Missouri from visiting my dad for Christmas the night before, and I came home and slept for 12 hours and went back to the airport. And
And you're
I don't know that you should go
you're
back to the
one of
airport
those
at all in the
wily-
meantime.
The one of the blow up marketing things now. Here's the string man.
yeah, so those.
Wow.
But yeah, like cut off bad relationships when you need to. Stop helping people that don't need it, and
Don't
help the people that do.
overextending. But
Yeah.
but help the people that do need it.
Help the ones that need it. But if you didn't miss your plane, you wouldn't have been able to help those old people.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
maybe it was like is all for the best.
Yeah, I hope they're okay.
There's a life
Retrospect
lesson in
is
there.
nice. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Hindsight
Well,
2020.
you know,
Yeah,
we learn
exactly.
lessons along the way. Okay. Number 4, some people don't want to get married or just have their own goals for a relationship. Marriage shouldn't be the only option.
And that is okay.
Stop pressuring people to get married. Also,
Yeah.
stop pressuring married people to have kids. Also
stop pressuring people.
kids to grow up.
Yeah.
Stop pressuring grown-ups to not be kids.
Stop pressuring kids to be
Stay
grown
in your
up.
own lane is what it really is.
People have their own goals at their own times.
You know, I think people just get fucking bored. Like, they get bored of their life, so they're like, let me just mess with this person's life.
Yeah.
Like,
So I don't feel so
like,
bored.
Yeah, like, oh, hey, why aren't you getting married? Why aren't you
Yeah.
miserable like me?
Hey, I'm not getting married. Why aren't you getting
Why-
married?
Yeah. hey, why are you? You're married? Why don't you have kids? Huh? It's fucking miserable. Why don't you have kids?
Hey,
miserable like
what's
me?
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come
Hey,
you're not
hey,
eating
kid.
hot Cheetos in bed at 4 PM like me, huh? What's wrong with you? Huh?
Hey,
What's wrong with
kid, why don't you have a job? Huh? I don't have a job. Why don't you have a job?
You have a job.
4-year-old.
Yeah.
you? Yeah, Luca, you fucking
Luca,
baby.
yeah.
Why
Get
aren't
a
you
job.
getting a
Oh,
job,
don't-
Hey, why don't
baby?
you learn English?
Why don't you
Luca,
contribute
come
to the
on.
household?
It's America.
Nibbler, you unemployed piece of shit.
Yeah.
Get a job, Nibbler.
Lazy asses around here. Yeah, I think people just need to fucking stop judging other people.
Just
so
live your
much.
life.
Yeah, unless it's impeding on someone's happiness, like just let people live their own life.
Yeah.
Well, what does it matter to you if they get married?
Or if they have babies.
Or if they have babies,
Or if they don't get
anything.
married.
And then if you have a baby, there's like, well, you're gonna have another one. My friend just had her
gosh.
baby. Like, it's like she just stayed with us, and it's 4 months old. It's so adorable. And she's like, I'm so sick of people asking me if I'm gonna have another one. Like, Right, I just had this one.
Can we just get through this one?
And she's like, I understand they want to know if it's gonna have a sibling or not, but I haven't fucking decided. I don't know. This is all new. Just let me enjoy this like experience.
And see, that should be the okay answer to say.
Yeah.
Right? But instead we like sugarcoat it and we're like, well, I don't know. And you should just be like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I just got to get through this baby first.
Yeah.
If I can keep this one alive for another 2 years, maybe.
Like, hey, when are you gonna propose? Okay, so then they propose like, whoa,
When are
when's
you
the
getting
wedding?
married?
Like, when's the wedding? I'm like, well, fucking chill, okay?
And like
Everyone take a beat.
Timelines are so different now too, because people are like, oh, you're 30, you're not married, you don't have kids. Yeah, people had to do that before because they would die at 32.
Yeah.
You
So they were
know?
a baby at 15.
Right? Like this is way different now, dude. Like
We're living in antiquated structures. We're gonna change it a little. Let's adjust.
I don't have to chase my dinner. I'm good.
adapt.
Yeah, right?
I think we're gonna be okay. I don't got to spear anything.
Yeah, and I think our generation kind of like was the catalyst to realizing that like, hey, we can normalize taking our time a little, especially when like it used to be like, okay, it's a financial system. Like, you know, if you don't get married and you're a woman, you can't get a job. You literally can't provide for yourself. So you're gonna be fucked. So like, you got to get married
Don't
like
die.
now. And then like you could survive off of one person's income and build a family and do all that.
Now
you
everyone needs to
can't.
work.
So now everybody got to learn how to work. Everybody got to pick a job. Everybody got to get educated. And so like it's a different flow, okay? And I think that like older generations just live in the timeline that they were trained in, and I don't blame them for that because how would you know any
That's going to
different?
be us, guys.
It is going to be
You know
us.
what I mean?
It already is us.
It is already is us.
Sometimes I'm like blown away by this generation. Like that's what
Sometimes they
that's
say shit
normal
like
for you?
beggars can't be choosy. And I'm like, oh my God, who am I? Where did that come from? 1937.
You say that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
said that to my daughter many times.
Yeah, I start repeating things my mom has said to me, and I'm like, wait, this is my mom. Oh, it's coming through me right now.
We all become our parents.
Dude, whether you want to or not, it's not up to you.
I'm just
You have
I'm just repeating prison yard shit from my dad.
Hey, you got
shank ya.
smoke?
Yeah, exactly.
Want to work out?
Gina's wearing her jeans under her butt. And we're like, Gina, are you okay?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Are you okay?
Also, it's 2022 and women don't have to get married. I feel like more oftentimes we ask women like, are you guys gonna get married? But no one's asking the guy.
Yeah,
if
no
they're
one's
gonna-
asking the guy.
No one's asking,
No one's
the,
asking
guy.
the guy if
They're
he's
like,
gonna have a baby.
No, if he wants to get pregnant.
Yeah.
What his future plans are.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't get why everyone, like, I'm so glad we have diversity and perspective in this group because, like, everyone seems to assume that a woman should be really excited, can't look forward to anything else but marriage and a baby. And I still can't wrap my mind around it because some of us
Love
just
being
don't
independent.
have baby fever,
Yeah.
like, or, you know, built up a wedding. 'Cause I would always thought about having kids. Like, I really think that we'd be good parents. I like it. I like the idea of it. I've never been baby crazy.
Yeah.
I've
Right.
never been like, I need to have a baby. I need to have one.
Put a baby in me.
Oh my God, a baby. Like, oh, I just one day I'll have one day I'm going to have it. But there are a lot of women like that.
Yeah.
And that's great. I love that. Like, it's like find your own path. It's almost like we were all given our own purposes and we're all just kind of naturally drawn to what those are. And some people cannot understand that other people might have been given other purposes and other things
What a
that they're
thought.
driven to.
Yeah, wow.
And so sometimes there's like moms that love being moms and they're like, when are you going to be a mom? And it's like, okay, you love being a mom. I don't know. Maybe I'll be a mom. Maybe I won't. I'm just kind of like figuring things out, but I really like doing this thing right here. And I'm like thriving and happy doing it. Why aren't you building a YouTube channel? I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe
Why
you
aren't you
don't
following
maybe
your
you don't feel like
passions?
it. Yeah.
Also, too, I don't know, this is like a segue into something, a different part of this, but it's really triggering for some women to be asked when they want to have a baby because some of them can't have babies.
Can't have it. Yeah.
And some of them have been trying for 10 years and are going through IVF or like we don't know what someone else is going through. So we can't just put these things on people and give them the pressure of having to answer it in a way that makes us feel okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're not answering in a way that makes them feel good because they can't be honest and say, actually, I've tried 15
Yeah.
times. Thank you for asking me.
I've had
Yeah.
3
And I'm gonna
miscarriages
spiral.
and I feel depressed. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I have to medicate, and now you've triggered me, and now I can't have this conversation anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, they go, oh, and then they walk away.
Yeah.
Like, how sad.
Yeah, like the other way too, where I'm like, people tell me like, oh, you don't want kids? Do you know how many people want kids out there that can't have it? I'm like, all right, whatever, die mad. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right,
You
like,
know,
why
like,
make you feel bad about you? Why make you feel bad?
It's like when
Yeah.
you don't
shouldn't do
finish
that.
your meal and your parents are like, there are starving children in India right now. And I'm like, mail it to them. I don't know.
Give it to them.
I can't
Donate
finish
to
it.
them.
And like,
What do
I'm
you want me to
full.
do? Yeah.
My mom would say people in hell are begging for water, and I'm like, I don't know people in hell.
Yeah. I have
a
no
great
relation
answer.
to them at all.
What kind of mother says that?
Why
like,
do you
by the
know
way?
them, Mom?
right?
Am I in hell?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Oh, okay. Yeah. Stop fucking judging people. Stay in your own lane.
Stay in your lane.
What's next? Okay, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, be who you really want to be all day long. Don't conform to society to fit in with the people who don't like who you are, be it a job, friends, family, or even your significant other. Nothing in this world is worth sacrificing your real self. This kind of goes like on the other side of stay in your own lane. Like, this is the person that's in their own lane.
Yep.
Like, don't feel guilty about being in that lane.
Authenticity and like being true to yourself and knowing yourself. That's also a journey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because a lot of
yeah.
people don't know how to be true to themselves, and they don't even know who they are.
You're not trained to. You're from a young age. You're trained to be an employee, work for someone, like build something for
Someone else.
Yeah, you're not really trained to like, hey, what do you want?
What do you want to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and like, except for when you're really little, people are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And
You're
you're
like,
like, I want
I
to
don't
be
know.
a princess.
A
And you're like,
doctor?
yes, you can. And then you get to a certain age when they're like, well, you can't be that.
Yeah.
So pick something real.
Yeah.
And
you're
you're
like,
like, oh, I thought all my life you said I
You told me for
could be a
15 years.
princess.
Yeah, exactly.
I can be a princess. What do
I
you mean?
You know, I think that you can absolutely do whatever your heart's content is driven to do. Like, I was like, I would like to order pizza in the middle of the night whenever I want, and also jump on the bed. And also, I want to stay up late and watch movies. And then now I can. So, you know what? Being an adult is fucking rad.
It's
Boom.
actually awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love being an adult.
It's just the people that are like, well, you can't do that because you got to dirt.
Yeah.
there's
And you're like,
rules.
no, you can't do that, Jim. I can do whatever I want.
Eat it, Jim.
I don't know how they let me keep this house, but yeah.
The adults
I'm
are
living
coming
here
soon.
right now. The adults are going to be home soon.
I love being an adult because it's like now I have the money to buy a giant fucking Barbie doll if I want
Yeah,
to. Just do whatever the
absolutely.
fuck you want. Yeah.
I
Look
can
at
be a
us-
giant Barbie doll if I want to.
I was saying on the break that I feel like Kevin from Home Alone, where like he goes, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. Better come out and stop me. But no one's coming out to stop me.
Yeah.
And you can.
Yeah.
You can watch all the junk and eat all the rubbish. you
Oh,
want.
I love being an
There
adult.
are people who are like, you're too old to be playing video games and reading comic books and shit all day. It's like, no, I'm not. I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do now. And also I get paid for it.
Yeah.
Or like there's people who come into my streams and be like, how about you grow up and get a real job? I'm like, I guarantee you I get paid more than you.
Yeah.
You know, what's a real job? Is it where you get paid real American dollars?
Right?
Because if so, I think I have a real job.
Yeah.
I might have one of
Right?
those.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 2022 and people are still saying that. Like back in 2010, people were saying that on YouTube, and I was like, well, yeah, okay, I can get how you don't understand people
Yeah.
are making money on this platform, but really?
Or like
Now-
I'll get comments like, why would I watch someone else play a game? I'm like, I don't know, Jim. Why are you watching football?
yeah, Jim needs to fucking
Jim
shut
needs
up.
to sit down. People get really offended too when you ignite anything inside of them that makes them want to live any other way. Like, how dare you live out your
That
dream?
is what it is. It's really their own deep-seated, like,
Yeah,
they didn't
insecurities
get to
and-
do it, so why should you?
Yeah.
What makes you so special you get
Yeah.
to do that? And it makes
Why did
them
you venture
question
off?
themselves. Like, and they don't want to have to confront the fact that they might have had a better life had they followed something that was inside them. I've been watching a lot of like videos on like that make you rethink your perspective on the world and kind of how we were trained to think to live in society, but society is really just made up. Like people just made it up. Like,
Right.
Like if you think
It can be
about like
changed.
how humans were put on the earth, okay, somehow we don't need to discuss that, but like we're here, and then like people just made up rules, and like it was just people like you and me, like we just made them up,
And words.
and then other people were like, oh, you got to follow them, and then
Yeah.
so many followed it for so long that that's why it's just accepted that that's how you go. But you don't like. If something's calling you and it's not the way that all the fish are swimming,
That's okay.
it's
That's fine.
okay to explore that. You could fuck up, you could fail, but like if something you're going to regret not at least trying it.
And you don't want to
like
have
seeing
regrets. And individuality is so sexy.
Yeah.
It's so sexy to be like, wow, they can think for themselves. You're a free thinker.
Yeah. Whoa, weird.
Barn doors
Well,
open.
some of them might be like, you need to think like us. What are you doing? But
Right.
the other
That
ones
sounds
are
culty.
Society is pretty culty.
Society is pretty culty.
That's why they call it a culture.
Yeah, that's true. I say follow your heart. And you know what? Dr. Seuss said something that was pretty brilliant. And it's like, you got a brain in your head and feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself in whatever direction you choose. Direction.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
I sound like a home goods sign now.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. Choose
home.
it.
You have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I read somewhere that the number one thing people regret when they're at the end of their life, like on the deathbed, is not the things that they did do, but all the things they didn't.
Yeah.
Like very rarely do people just regret things that they actually did. So yeah, don't have that.
No.
I always think about that. I'm
No
always
one
like,
wants to live with regrets.
whenever I'm faced with a big decision, like, should I go this way or that way? I'm like, which one am I going to regret not doing
Right.
at the end of the day?
And then that's the choice you take.
And you go that way.
Do you want to know the key to consistent good hair days? Like a moi? Yeah. Using ingredients that benefit your hair, like your hair specifically. Function of Beauty makes hair care products that are 100% customizable. They're made for your personal hair, like not just some generic person's hair, but yours specifically, where it's at now and where you want it to go. So you have hair goals, you don't want that frizz anymore, you don't want your hair to keep thinning anymore, you hate that it keeps falling out, you hate that it's not volumized. Well, guess what? They have so many combinations of different things. Like they have 54 trillion possible formulations. Can you even count that high? No, you cannot. Not if you even lived 5 lifetimes, you couldn't count that high. So 54 trillion possible formulations. They're gonna find one that fits your hair perfectly. And every single one of them is vegan and cruelty free. They never use sulfates or parabens. Gross. Plus you can go completely silicone free if you want to. And here's how it works. You take a hair quiz. So you're like, yo, I want my hair is wavy. My hair is, straight, and hey, it's thick and whatever. You tell them what kind of hair you have. And then you select 5 hair goals like lengthen, volumize, oil control, whatever you want. And then you choose your color and fragrance, or you can go dye or fragrance free. And then you get your freshly filled formula delivered straight to your door and prepare for good hair days ahead. And guess what? For me, and this is just anecdotal, but mine seriously lasts at least 6 months. And I don't know if that's for everyone, but mine has made it like 8 months or more before. So it's just really, really, really good value. Say goodbye to generic hair care for good today. Go to functionofbeauty.com/bigmood to take your hair goals quiz, and you'll save 25% on your first order. Go to functionofbeauty.com/bigmood to let them know you heard about it from our show and to get 25% off your first order. That's functionofbeauty.com/bigmood to take your hair quiz and save 25% off your first order.
All right. Next one. No one told me that women can get unwanted facial hair when we get older, like little chin whiskers and upper lip hair, nose hair that has to be trimmed, stuff like that. In fact, men are often disgusted or grossed out to learn that we get facial hair too, but just about every woman I've spoken to in my age group, my 40s, gets these, and we don't tell girls or young women that this will likely happen to them too.
I feel personally attacked because my chin hairs like to poke out, and they'll be at the end of the day, I'll look and I'll be like, oh man, I wonder if anyone saw that.
Yeah.
There's hair, Tom, Dick, and Harry just want to come out to play sometimes and see people. And I'm just like, hi, can you not?
Do any of you get like the long gray one? Like a weird long,
I get the long
string
gray one like in my sideburns.
There's like it's always a random thing for like a random place on everyone.
Oh,
but
I had one of my arm ones.
what is that?
No
And
idea.
it's thick and white.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And it,
And it
grows
always
long
comes back.
overnight.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like you weren't there yesterday, and now you're long in there. Like where?
I get like long dark nipple hairs now.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
Yeah, it's weird.
They happen.
The
And, like,
nipple hairs
sometimes-
happen.
Sometimes, like, especially when like I'm single, I'm like, let me see how long I can grow you.
Let me name
Like,
you. Let me
yeah,
nurture you.
like a record.
Mine are more like, oh, I didn't realize you got that long.
Yeah,
When did I last shave you?
They grow fast. Like I would pluck them,
and they pluck you.
Fast.
They do.
Yeah.
And it's always in the same place that
Yeah.
one chin hair just comes back.
You know why? Because they're the youngest. You know, these hairs are like, we are sick of growing. And then these hairs are like, we're new. We're in the world.
We're thriving.
We're going to thrive.
I have one on my shoulder that always grows.
Oh, yeah.
back.
You told me about
Yeah,
that.
I have one on my
feel
low
it.
back that always grows back, and I'm like, can you not? Like,
Yeah.
Find those.
because it was tugging at my my leggings one day, not sexy feeling.
What?
No, not sexy feeling. And I went into the mirror and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
How many times has Lacey looked at that and
You can
been
get
like,
a long back hair.
Yeah, it's so strange.
super hot?
Okay, guys. Okay,
do
you have do you ever get long ass hairs?
No.
No, I get it
so-
waxed off.
I rarely
I
have
do
like
that.
I rarely have like body hair. Like my leg hair doesn't grow very much,
Uh-huh.
so I don't get like body hair. But then my nipples are like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna carry.
We're gonna
the
party
baby.
over here.
Yeah,
Like we're gonna become tassels.
yeah, exactly.
We're gonna grow our own
The
fur.
whole spirit is so strong. We're gonna make our own tassels.
We gotta DIY ourselves. I don't get any arm hair, like non-existent, but leg hair was always long when I was a child. I was really embarrassed because my parents wouldn't let me shave for
Same.
like way later than my peers. And then so pubic hair, like shaved it all. I shave it. I haven't lasered it. I want to, but I haven't. But I didn't realize like I wasn't going far enough back. And so there would be like long like ass hair or like the perineum or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, it's like my asshole has bangs. And I didn't know.
And you're like, it's kind of cute though.
It's kind of cute. Over
Just
my
chilling.
hole.
Being like, hey, how you doing?
Shaved in the front, long in the back. It's awesome.
Sexy vagina.
It's normal.
mullet.
Okay, just
awesome.
shave it or
It's
laser
normal.
it. I don't
Body
know.
hair
Keep
is
it
so
there. I don't
normal.
care.
Yeah, body hair is very normal.
We should normalize it when we see it. Like,
Normalized butt hair.
normalized butt hair. That's a t-shirt.
That's our new merch.
Yeah, normalized butt hair.
I'm into it.
Is there anything you guys can think of that like other weird like things like taboo body things that I realized that things take longer to heal. Like I used to get a cut and then be like scab the next day and then
True.
gone. And now it's like it takes fucking forever to get out of that scab phase. It's like you're still not skin.
The regeneration
what
process slows down the older
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
And I guess I never really thought about it because you take it for granted how your skin just like
Heals itself.
But like as you get older, that takes longer to heal.
Yeah.
Bruises take longer to go away.
Absolutely. It's like the hair follicles and the regenerative process they just swap places.
Yeah.
Now hair grows back overnight and you just never heal from things.
You don't heal
Don't fall and break a hip.
internally either. Like internally, you're like just not healing.
And I scar a lot easier now too.
Yeah.
Like the smallest scratches won't go away. I had a Band-Aid burn because I had a very like tight Band-Aid on me at one point. And that bitch won't heal.
What?
It's like I burnt myself from fire dancing before that healed better than this shit.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Or I'll get a pimple
From
and then
rubber?
like I get scar, like a
Yeah.
scar, but like from a little tiny blackhead, it just like turns into a scar.
Yeah.
I'm
The
like,
facial scarring is the
what
worst.
the fuck? I can't get it. I can't understand it. Can't keep up.
Also, I can't recover from hangovers as quickly.
True.
What is that about? I used to be able to party gnarly and wake up the next morning and
like,
do it
ready to
again.
do it again.
And now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need a week.
Yeah.
Talk to me in a week.
Yeah. I don't drink much anymore. So I think that also lowered my tolerance.
Absolutely.
But I actually went out and got shit-faced for the first time in like a long time because my friend was visiting, my friend from high school, and it's Vegas, and she just had a newborn, so she never gets to get away from the baby. And so we had a girls' night, and she can hold her liquor down. I cannot. And I was trying to keep up, and we were at the craps table like freaking going at it, and I was drunk to the point where the manager, like the floor manager, kept pulling her aside and asking her to check on me.
Oh no.
And I was getting pissed. I was like, I'm not even drunk. I don't even know. Why does he have a problem with me? I'm just trying to win. I'm winning. He's mad at me for winning.
I'm good.
I was getting so like, why? I'm not even drunk. Cut to like 5 minutes later, I'm hurling in the parking lot. Just like hurling my life away.
And you're like, I'm drunk.
I didn't know I was even drunk. I'm sorry for lying.
I'm sorry.
And then the next morning, I'm like, why is it so bright?
Yeah.
And I'm having my sunglasses. I'm like indoors.
It's all loud. Why are people so loud?
Everything's loud and bright.
I remember being young, going to raves and doing drugs, and the next day I'm fine. But now, not even getting drunk, but just having a night of just casual drinks here, maybe a little bit buzzed. The next day I'm like fucking depressed, and I don't want to leave my bed.
Yeah.
Why won't this headache go away?
It's so
I don't
true.
understand.
The emotional impact.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's the come down, but it's like it hurts. It hurts personally.
Yeah.
It's like a personal attack.
Yeah.
You know what I feel personally attacked by? When I was younger, a teenager and in my early 20s, I could eat a cheeseburger and it would go to my nice juicy booty. Now I even think about a cheeseburger and it becomes a piece piece of cellulite on my lower leg, under my knee, even where I don't even want to see
I was
it.
like, where? In your pinky
where I
finger?
cannot even like not see it or conceal it. Not that there's anything wrong with cellulite. We all have it. But yeah, I'm mad about how my body metabolizes the shit food.
Yeah. I have recently like lost weight and I'm like, why the fuck? Why? Because I haven't. I've been my whole life. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on a workout program. I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna do all this shit. And I always like gain weight or just maintain weight. And I'm like, I don't get it. I'm just fucking getting older, whatever. And then like I was selling my house at the same time buying my house and everything. There was holidays going on and I lost 10 pounds. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? And I found out that like one, stress plays a big factor
Huge.
in how you metabolize.
And you don't stress when you're young.
No.
You
or
just
you
live
do,
in life,
but then
not as much.
Maybe that's why I was skinny or younger. So I was broke and I was like, how do I make it work?
They don't tell you that the older you get, your hormones change.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened to me.
That's what makes the nipple hair.
That's the nipple hair. And that was like my body wanting the cheeseburger, but it's the hormones that don't allow your body to handle things the way they used
That's
to.
so mean.
It's hormones.
You think that it should get easier as it gets older, like just as like as a courtesy, like a biological courtesy. Like, hey, we're getting older and like we had to work really hard when we were younger. Like, can't you just make it so we need less vitamins, or our hair grows even more healthy, or like is there something to like look forward to?
Can I not have the ear hair? That would be nice.
But instead, we got to learn all these like internal life lessons that make us wholer as humans, and like
Do your blood work. Check
even
your
if
hormone levels.
aesthetically, like,
I went to, so when I went to get my boobs redone, the doctor was looking at me. He's okay, so yeah, it should work and blah blah blah. And now that you have like looser skin, I'm like, excuse you? He's like, yeah, well, as you get older, you get looser skin. I'm like, bitch, I'm fucking 20, okay?
Yeah.
What do you mean looser skin? Yeah, you fucking monster.
where? Show me where.
Point it
Don't
out.
show me. Don't show me. Don't show me.
Or I remember I was getting a facial, and then I told the esthetician, I was like, I swear to God, I saw like a tiny fine line right here because I frown a lot, and I was like, please just tell me if like please don't lie to me, because they have that big magnifying glass light, and she looks and she goes, yeah, there seems to be a small one there, and I was like,
I said, tell me the truth. I didn't mean it.
hold my hand.
She's like, ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
I just asked if you could supersize it.
Yeah,
Wrong house.
Yeah, don't supersize this. Oh, okay. Well, actually, that's the next one. Is no, I know this isn't taboo, but take care of your body. Little things, big things. Example: wash your feet and be careful picking up heavy objects. Things that don't seem like a big deal become one after you hit 40. I can't imagine how bad 50 feels.
I can attest to this.
Yeah.
Take care of your teeth.
Take care of your teeth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Take care of your teeth. That's really, really important. And also, I had a really good friend who hurt her back just by moving a chair, because it was the angle and the way that she did it. Body mechanics is really important, and working on your mobility is longevity.
That just happened to Steve. And
It's
normally
wild.
what would take him like, a couple weeks to bounce back is like taking months. And I'm like, why can't we have sex tonight? Oh, because your back
hurt your
still
back.
hurts from the patio furniture from 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We recover differently.
Yeah, we
have
recover
to-
so differently.
Everything's different. Like our muscle tone's different. Our hormones, like we were saying. I had a girlfriend who is in the wellness world as well, and she was like, "You want to know the number one thing to increase longevity? Get out of chairs and up from things without using your hands and your arms."
Oh.
That thing alone. Every time you get up from sitting down, just try to get up using no hands and no arms, because it forces you to engage
Use
your core. And your core is actually from like here to your shoulder. That's like 36 muscles.
no core.
It's not just your core.
I don't have a core.
Yeah.
I have zero
Just
core.
work on
Anytime
getting out of the
I do
couch.
your workout program and you're like, do a sit-up or like do a push-up on your knees. I'm like, no, there's nothing there. Like, I can do squats and that's it. Like I only have legs and then nothing.
She's great at a squat, let me tell you.
I can
But if you
squat.
can just do that, even get off the couch
Yeah.
without using your
Use a
hands.
core.
Use your core. Like that increases longevity.
Use a piece
like,
of core.
But can you imagine someone telling you that at 20, you're like, shut up, oldie.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
right?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Seriously.
Check
you
my blood
can't-
levels.
You have to use your hand to get out of a chair.
Yeah. I like squatted down the other day and my knees cracked. I was like, fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
It's always the knees.
Yeah. I just walked up a stair and it did that. I'm
Yeah,
like, excuse
right?
you?
Dare
Did you
you?
hear somebody say?
When you get older,
Try
you
to
start
call me
thinking
old? What'd you say to me? The fuck you call me?
We used to dance for hours. Okay, calm down, you bitch.
So mean. I'm
So
being bullied.
It's always the knees and the low back and the shoulders. Now I sound real old.
Shoulders
Yeah.
for me.
my neck,
My back.
my pussy,
And my crack hairs.
Goddamn can't come back.
Hashtag hairs.
Hashtag hairs.
But most importantly that I always tell people is like, take care of your fucking teeth, dude, because we don't get new teeth. We're not sharks.
And you know what else? I had always thought like, okay, we're not sharks.
We're not sharks. We can't grow back teeth.
Growing back teeth.
I always thought, okay, when they get all mangled, I'll just get veneers.
Yeah.
Then I was reading something, and I don't know if it's true or not because I just like soak up things that I hear and then I absorb them as fact. I've talked about this before, so I don't know. But I've heard that like there's a part of like memory that's stored in your teeth. Like when you chip a tooth or your tooth anatomy changes, it fucks with your memory. Like it fucks with, I don't know if it's the way you store memories or like memories that you already had that are now gone, or it's like your short-term, long-term or whatever. But like people start having memory issues when their teeth start going bad, or like when they lose a tooth or they chip a tooth or they had to get like a tooth shaved or something.
Oh man.
And I'm like, oh fuck. Cause when you get veneers, they like shave it
All
to
of
like
them.
put them in. Yeah. I'm like, will that fuck with it?
No one should ever get those done, by the way.
Yeah.
There's two different kinds of veneers. The ones where like influencers are going to fucking whatever Brazil to get it all their
The shark
real
teeth?
teeth
Yeah.
shaved down and then pop in those. And first of all, they look fucking terrible because
Yeah.
it looks like a mouthful of chicle.
Yeah.
Like it's
Ew.
the worst. Nobody realistically has square, perfect porcelain white toilet bowl white.
No.
So that's one way, and there's also what I did, where I got composite veneers because I wanted fangs and I wanted to even out my hair.
Yeah.
Where they keep your teeth. They just build. It's like putting Play-Doh on it, and then
Oh yeah.
the
They're
UV
beautiful.
light. Yeah, the UV light cures it, and then it matches your teeth too, so you don't have to fuck up your real teeth. You're just building. It's like acrylic nails for your teeth.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, thank you.
I love imperfect teeth too, by the way.
You know what's hard for that though is if you grind your teeth. I grind my teeth.
Same.
You gotta get a mouth guard or something. But then people are like, so I've heard so many mixed things because they're like, don't get a mouth guard because it fucks with your jaw. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do I do then?
You can't get
I
the
don't
ones.
know.
You can't get the ones that people just buy and mold at home. You have to
No.
get it actually done by professionals and like experts. Otherwise, you'll fuck up your jaw.
But you know about? Did I tell you about the bonding when Nick Jonas threw a pineapple in my face?
It's a weird fucking sentence, but go ahead, Nikki.
I was in Vietnam.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Would you do that
I was
to
in
you?
Nam. It was 2018. I was in Nam.
Back in
I was in Nam. And it was for like a brand thing. And there was a giant water slide that they built. And the celebrity host was Nick Jonas. And the game was you had to go down this giant water slide, get flung into the air as he's throwing a pineapple at you, and you try to catch it.
Oh, shit.
and
We
get
couldn't
out.
find anything else to throw.
No, it was a fake pineapple, but it felt real.
Oh, God.
It was like a not plastic, but like rubber pineapple.
Yeah, those are heavy.
Yeah, and so I'm in the air. I'm in Nam going down a water slide. Nick Jonas,
She's airborne in Nam, okay?
I'm airborne in Nam. And Nick Jonas, who actually knows how to throw really well because he plays baseball or something. He throws a pineapple. It wasn't the actual pineapple, but as I was catching it, my teeth clamped because like
You were smiling?
Yeah. And then I landed in the water and I was like, part of my tooth's missing. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, my tooth's missing. I was so disoriented. I'm like in the water. I'm like, I have a tooth. My tooth is missing.
That alone
Like,
sounds
is
old.
she drunk? And it was an alcohol brand too. And we weren't allowed to drink on it because they didn't want liability. And they were like, stop saying that. Like, stop saying your tooth is missing.
Oh no.
But I can't feel it.
I don't know what my tooth is.
Yeah. And then I get out, I'm like, I think my tooth is broken. And I couldn't shut up about it. And then I needed to see a mirror, but there was no mirror because we're in the fucking middle of a desert in Nam.
In Nam.
And then I finally
Only
like
Nikki.
get to a mirror and like, so it wasn't my whole tooth, but the front portion of it like got carved out, like the front part,
I
and
see.
I even
Just
had
a layer.
a piece of it in my hand, and so it was just a layer, but they had to do that bonding thing where they went over it with the
Can't feel
gun.
my tooth.
I can't feel my teeth.
I lost my tooth. I was airborne. I got shot out there.
Nick Jonas was there with the
Nick
pineapple.
Jonas.
They're like, Grandma, you need to go to bed.
Yeah. It's 8:45. It's
You
past
know,
your
when
bedtime.
you mess with your teeth, you lose your memory. So
I feel like that sounds like a wives' tale for like why they call it wisdom teeth.
Oh,
You think?
interesting.
Because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I had never heard of it before too, and I don't know what my source was. It just went in my brain by someone.
Now I've absorbed it and it's part of my
in
brain.
here, and it scared the shit out of me. Anything that scares the shit out of me, I go, okay, noted. Gonna keep that one. Must
That's a
be
good
real.
nugget.
All right, well, guys, that's a lot for you to absorb, your little young minds that haven't even developed fully in your frontal cortex and all that shit. But hopefully you absorbed some of it, and hopefully some of it was true. I don't know. Fact check me. I don't care.
I just want to say really quick. You know, people are like, women should be married by blah, blah, blah. And then I learned that men's frontal cortex, or they don't mature until 30 something.
What?
You're telling me these women had to marry these men before they were even mature?
Let's not marry them until they're mature.
All right, that's why they always kill their
force
husbands.
you, and they force
That's
you to
why
be
the
their
divorce rate.
mother.
Yeah.
Like you have to become a caretaker.
They want a mama.
They left their mama. They need a new mama.
Because their frontal cortex is not fully developed.
Yeah,
Ladies,
fully
hold
write
off.
it down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Hold off.
Hold off. Marry
Love the
older
grannies.
men. Wait or marry older.
Mhm.
Okay. Did you get that?
Got it?
Got it? Okay. Well, leave a comment. Let us know if there's anything that you've learned in your old age, or if you're a youth and you think all this is bullshit and why you don't agree. I don't really know.
Because we're the old ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the thing that they don't tell you about being older is you don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
it's awesome.
But I do. I love you. And follow our guest. She's got a lot of amazing things going on. If you want to kind of reverse aging biologically, like with physically, you can do that by working out. And she has a phenomenal workout class. My therapist actually told me that. She said you could reverse your biological age by like really taking care of your body. And I was like, holy shit, really? And then,
Absolutely
yeah,
true.
that's true. We can talk about that in another episode.
I mean, I'm
but
going to be 98 next month, so...
Look at her.
Hey,
She looks
98.
12.
See that?
Amazing.
All right. Follow her everywhere. Leave us a comment. We love you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.